Hello guys, Jason Ninja here for part 2. So this week I'm talking about what I've been up to the last 2 weeks. If you didn't catch part 1, it was Ninja talking about what he'd been up to for the past 2 weeks. So we're going to treat Ninja's lateral line, so a bit of TFL and lats and that sort of thing, while we talk about what I've been up to. So yeah,
What have you been up to, man?
Been away for a couple of weeks, so my wife and I managed to sneak away for a little European holiday.
European vacation.
European vacation. So
Chevy Chase style.
Yeah, that's it. Didn't quite get up to his antics.
Do you have the RV?
No, I didn't have the RV. But no, we went over for Tasha's wedding. So one of our practitioners here, Natasha. So I've known her since university days, so 13 years. And yeah, so we unfortunately couldn't go to her Australian wedding, but her husband is of Czech background, so they were doing a secondary celebration in Prague. So my wife and I thought we'd combine that with a little bit of a European trip. So yeah, we started off in Croatia because I'd heard really good things, and since we were going to be over there in their summer, I thought we'd go somewhere that's coastal and get a bit of beach and sun and try and work on my tan.
Successful, I reckon.
Went down to Dubrovnik in Croatia, so took about 20 hours of flying and travel, or 24 hours I think actually, because we got delayed leaving Dubai. So Melbourne flight to Dubai took about 13 hours, and then unfortunately our flight was delayed from there, and we only had an hour and 45 before our next flight, and we missed that. So then we had to sit at the airport in Croatia for 6 hours and then get the next flight. So instead of getting in at 4 p.m, we got in at 10 p.m. So that wasn't a great start to the trip, but anyway, then we got there, and yeah, Croatia's just amazing. Such a beautiful like coastline, and sort of the picturesque sort of European coastline photos that you see, where crystal clear blue water and the cliff edges and everything like that. And then for those of you that don't know, Dubrovnik is famous for Game of Thrones. So those of you that might watch Game of Thrones TV series, a lot of it was filmed there with the old city walls and everything like that. So yeah, we actually did a Game of Thrones tour where they walk you around to a few of the different filming sites and sort of tell you a bit about the history of the town as well. That was my second trip to Europe, and I just enjoy going there and seeing like their history is all their buildings are just so much older than what we've got over here, and just the different style of architecture and stuff like that is cool to see for me. So yeah, we just sort of wandered around their old town for a while and walked around the top of the city wall, so it takes about an hour to walk around there. Went to a couple of beach clubs, which are cool, so but different beaches to what we've got here in Australia. So Australia, we've got nice sandy beaches, where a lot of their beaches are little pebbles and rock beaches, but still really nice. And yeah, it's just good to be able to chill by the beach and yeah, sit on a bed on the beach and just chill out and soak up some of the sun. It's a bit different to the Australian sun. Like Australia, we get burnt if it's sort of 28, 30 degrees, where over there it just got a nice sort of warmth to it. You get a bit hot, but you don't get burnt. So it's a nice feeling. Yeah. How you going there, Ninja? Struggling a little bit.
Get in there.
So yeah, we did that. There's a little island that's about 15-minute ferry ride away called Lockram, so we went over to there as well. And there's just roaming peacocks that walk around on the island, so you can get right up to them. And
you would have found it home, mate.
Yeah,
peacocking around, mate.
No, I wasn't peacocking at all.
I've got a little bit of goss.
What's the goss?
Throughout the 2 weeks, Jason was really promoting hard. He was all these shots, getting his abs out.
I wasn't tensing at all, Ninja.
You got to make it look like you're not tensing.
I was just showing off where we were.
Bit of marketing, I reckon.
No, just showing where we were.
He's a master marketer. Got to promote, haven't you, mate?
No, just showing where we were, Ninja.
Show the bod off. You reckon?
No, I beg to differ.
What's your Instagram?
Don't worry about that, guys. It's all right.
He's got more followers than a lot of us.
Combined. I don't think so. I don't have many at all.
You have more after this.
Yeah, we'll find out if I get a certain amount of likes or follows.
Yeah.
What else did we do in Croatia? Yeah, there were some really cool bars. Like there was one that we went, a cocktail bar we went to that was part of it's like built into a cave. So you're like inside this cave and there's a really nice bar in there. So that was cool.
Yeah, I think I saw a photo of that one.
Yeah.
Video.
And yeah, but we just really enjoyed sort of walking around and looking at stuff. There's a cable car at the back of the old town that goes up to the top of a mountain. So you get really good views up there. We did a boat tour that went to different like snorkeling and swimming spots. So you swim into this cave and it's called the Blue Caves, and the way the water reflects off the sand at the bottom, it's like really crystal clear blue. So that was really cool.
Yeah.
And then went to Prague. And yeah, got there on the Friday, caught up with Johnny and Tash. So this was weird. Well, we organised to meet them up that night. And we were just like, oh, we'll walk from our hotel. Yeah. And then walking through Prague, we're about 10 minutes away from where we were, or where we were meeting them. And I just looked up and I was like, oh, that's Tasha. So we actually ran into them just randomly walking through Prague. We had no idea where we were going. We were just walking through the maps. Yeah. And then, spotted them at a tram stop. I was like, oh, there they are. So that was a bit of a random thing. But got to catch up with them and just went to a little like festival along the river that happens every Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And this is one thing I didn't know about Czech. They love beer.
Do they?
Literally, I think they've got the highest consumption of alcohol of beer in the world.
Really?
And I didn't know, but yeah, they love it. And it's
chug it back.
Yeah, they chug it back. Their smallest serving size is a 500 or half a litre jug.
Half a litre.
It's half a litre for $5 Australian. You can't get a pot in Australia for $5, but over there they're dishing them out for yeah. So we went along the river and caught up with them and Tasha's mum and stepdad and dad. So Tasha's mum comes in for treatment quite a lot here. So we met her a couple of times before.
Yeah.
And then we had the wedding on the Saturday. And yeah, that was really nice. That was again along the river at Johnny's old rowing club. So they had a really nice setting and it was cool. It was more just the reception. So they didn't have a second ceremony. They just did sort of a bit of a speech and a first dance and had a live band and some drinks and everything. So yeah, that was a really cool celebration and good to be there.
Many people that came to us.
No, we were the only ones. We were the only friends that travelled from Australia because a lot of Tasha's friends are expecting kids or have kids or something. So yeah, other than her parents, we were the only ones from Australia that travelled over. So they were grateful that we made the trip over.
It was meant to be.
Yeah. Wasn't it? So no, it was really good. And then we just spent the rest of the time sort of wandering around Prague. We went to Prague Castle, and then there's a tower there that's called Petrin Tower. It's their version of like the Eiffel Tower. So we went there and walked up that. And then one of the days I was looking like what we were going to do because we sort of explored the whole of the city, and my wife and I aren't massive into art, so we didn't want to go to a museum. So I found that there was a shooting range we could go to. So we went and shot 4 different types of guns. So we shot 2 different pistols, so a revolver and a standard sort of police pistol, a Glock. And then we shot an AK-47 and an AR-15, which are a couple of types of rifles. So yeah, that was a bit of something different to do, just shooting at a target.
Did you give it a bit of recoil? Or,
No, not too. I'd shot a rifle and a shotgun before, so I sort of knew what the recoil was going to be like. But Alice had never held a gun before, so but she found it all right. Like, it wasn't as bad as she thought. But yeah, I definitely not a very good shot. They were all sort of not too bad. I didn't miss too many times, but there was a wide variety of like where the bullets were going.
There's a range.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, we just sort of chilled out in Prague and had a good time. So got back on Saturday night and straight back into work on Monday. So
straight into
managed to keep a bit of training up while we were away. So managed to get a few gym sessions in to make sure that I'm still keeping up with Ninja and not getting sloppy.
That's right. Consistency.
That's right.
You want health. You want a body like Jace, you got to train like Jace. That's all right.
But yeah, other than that, that's my 2 weeks. So, yeah. Don't know what else to talk about now, Ninja. We're back into work.
You just got to get 240 kilo deadlift now.
Yeah, the only thing is I'm still in footy season, so it makes it hard because I don't want to. It's hard to go for real PBs while you're in season, but I think I'm going to have a crack anyway. So,
Once September hits, you'll be...
No, I think I'll start building up
Before
now and start having a crack and build up. So yeah, that's the goal. So stay tuned and see if I can get 240 kilos by the end of the year. Thanks guys. Thanks for sticking around for part 2. See you next time.
Done.